Today I'm making raspberry mead. I have 3 pounds of pure honey. This is from Hutchinson Hives here in Maine. I have some raspberries that I picked, and this is probably about a quart. I'm going to put the raspberries in my container. These have already been washed and sterilized. These are only half gallons, so that's a gallon together. So I'm going to put the raspberries in there. I'm going to pour the honey in. I've got some hot water right here that's boiling that I'm going to shut off. And when it comes to temperature, it comes down, I'm going to put my yeast in, but I'll bring you back for everything. Okay, I got my berries in both of these. I got them evenly. I'm going to waste a lot of this. I'm going to put 2 cups into each jar. Okay, guys, I got my honey divided evenly, but I have honey in both of these containers, so I'm going to take my hot water. This has come to a boil, and this is just a quick pot. So I'm going to put it in these and this one, and I'm going to get the rest of that honey out, and I'm going to fill them up just below the rim, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And I have my yeast right here. I'm using a Red Star yeast. This one right here, because that's what I have. I got it in here because I'm going to divide it evenly among the 2 bottles, okay? So, I'm going to start filling these up, and then I'm going to let them cool down. So this is going to get all the remaining honey from these containers. And you want this to come to complete cold. You know, you don't want it hot. And I'm going to fill them right about here because they're going to bubble. So because this is in here, I'm just going to dump it right back in there. And I'm going to get the rest of that out too. And I'm going to keep doing this until I've got all the water below the rim. And I don't need no sugar. Honey is my sugar. The raspberry sweet, the honey sweet. I'm making a raspberry mead. And I don't have a stopper or a bubbler. I have to get one, so I'm going to cover these with just the caps loosely today, and I'm going to get to the store and get one. And I'm going to keep doing this until it's about here, so they have time, so they can, if they bubble, they won't come up over here and they won't go into my bubbler. So I'm going to get these filled, and I'll bring you back when these cool off. Okay, you can see that I have my honey and my berries and my water in there, and this is where I want it. So I want to shake this. I want to get that honey all mixed. So I'm going to get this shaked, and I'm going to bring you back before I add my yeast. So guys, these are all shooken up, and they're both right here. Okay, I've got the cap on right now, and I'm going to put it on loosely, just like this, and let this settle. This is just warm to touch. The reason being is because it went in hot water, but the raspberries were frozen. So it's warm, but it's not cool enough for me to add the yeast, or it will kill my yeast. So you got the honey in there, you got the raspberries in there, and you got water right up to this line, and shooken really good. You did the same to this one. So this is a gallon, a half each. This is the way I have to do it because I don't have a big enough container. So what I'm going to do, as soon as this is cooled down, so I can touch that. This is still warm, but I don't want it to kill my yeast. So I'm going to let it cool to room temperature, and I'm going to add my yeast. I have my yeast over here, and this is the Red Star. This is a blank, and this is what I have in the house. So I'm just going to take 1 teaspoon at a time until this is gone. I might just add 1 teaspoon to each one of them. I don't have the airlock. I have to get it, so I'm just going to leave them loose like that, or I'm going to go to the store if the store has balloons, and I'm going to put a hole in the balloon and put it on each one of these, and I'm going to set these in a dark place, and I'm going to have something under them in case they bubble over. This is going to rise up, guys. It's going to come up, but hopefully it's not going to come up way into my airlock. So anyways, I will bring you back when I'm ready to add the yeast. Okay, guys, this one's ready, but this one's still warm to touch, so I'm just going to get this one in there. I think that's ready for the yeast. And I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of yeast in, and then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of yeast to that one. And I'm going to have to mix that in there with the cap. So I'm going to get that in there, and then put this on loosely until I get my airlock.